All right, so this is a very brief lesson on how to graph horizontal and vertical lines. So you probably have learned this before, but this is just some quick review. So anytime I'm working with horizontal and vertical lines, I think of the phrase hoi vux. Okay, so I want you to say it, hoi vux. And so what this stands for is if you have a horizontal line, and so I do want you guys to fill this in. So if our line is horizontal, well, what that tells us is we're going to have a 0 slope. Okay, our slope is going to be 0 if it's horizontal. Remember, horizontal looks like this. So our slope is going to be 0. In other words, m is equal to 0, so hoi. And then the y shows us it's going to be y equals. Okay, so anytime we're talking about a horizontal line, the slope is going to be 0, and the equation is going to be something like y equals some number. Okay, and particularly that number is your y-intercept. All right, so hoi, horizontal, 0 slope, and y equals whatever your y-intercept is. And then on the other hand, we have vux. So V giving us vertical line. Remember, vertical going up and down. So we have V for vertical. And then U stands for undefined slope. Okay, so the slope is undefined. And then X stands for the fact that we will have X is equal to a number. That's what it will look like. And the X will be equal to our X-intercept. So this is the gist of what you need to know for this lesson, and that's pretty much it. So if you look at number one, notice in this case it is going up and down, so that is a vertical line. So that puts us in this category over here. We know that since it is a vertical line, it's going to have an undefined slope. So the slope is going to be undefined. And then to find the equation of this line, we're going to have X is equal to the X-intercept. So notice this vertical line goes through -1, -2, -3, -4. So X is equal to -4. That's it. That's your answer. Then when you look at number 2, notice in this case for number 2, it is a horizontal line. So that puts us in the hoi category. And so we know that it's going to have a slope of 0 since it's horizontal. And then the equation, since it's hoi, is going to be y equals the y-intercept. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it hits the y-axis at 6. So y equals 6 is how you would graph that. Now I want you to go ahead and try number 3 and number 4. Go ahead and figure out what the equation is. So for number 3, because it is vertical, we know it's going to be x equals a number, and specifically in this case is x equals 2. For number 4, it is horizontal, so we know it's going to be y equals a number, and in this case it's going to be y equals -1. All right, now if you flip it over to the back, what you'll realize for 5 through 8 is essentially the same thing, except this time you are given the equation and you have to come up with the graph. So for number 5, it says y equals -7. And so remember hoi, so with the y that's going to be horizontal. So this is going to be a horizontal line. And all we do is go to the y of -7, so -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, all the way down here. And you just make a horizontal line. That's it. Same thing, if we look at number 6, it's x equals a number. So when it's x equals a number, that puts us in the vux category. So we know we're going to have a vertical line here. So it's going to be vertical, and we're going to go to x equals 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 here. And we're going to put a line that goes vertical. Put your arrows on it, and you're set. So go ahead and try number 7, 8. Look back and see if yours matches them. So for number 7, you should have a vertical line going through -3 on the x-axis. For number 8, you should have a horizontal line that goes through 2 on the y-axis. And then lastly, if we look at 9, 10, and 11, so once again, thinking about our phrase, in this case, hoy, and then we have vux. So for number 9, what is the slope of the line y equals 5? 10, what is the slope of the line x equals -2? And 11, what is the slope of the line x equals 0? So depending upon where it falls, it will automatically tell us its slope. So number 9, actually 9, 10, 11, think about what happens. Y equals 5, that's going to be the hoy category, so we know our slope is going to be 0. For number 10, x equals -2. Undefined. And then for 11 of x equals 0, once again, that since it's x, we're going to be in the vux category, so m is equal to undefined. And that is it. So I want you guys to go ahead. You're going to go to Khan Academy, and you are going to practice this very skill there.